Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to ATL Activities by Bipin Sir. My dear students and teachers, you know my all activities for science project and ATL activities for robotics. Today we know about Arduino Mega. So we start. You can see Arduino Mega. That is a microcontroller at Mega 2560. The Arduino Mega 2560 is a microcontroller board based on a Atmega 2560. It has 54 digital input output pins, of which 14 can be used as PWM outputs. 16 analog inputs, 4 UARTs hardware serial ports, a 16 MHz crystal oscillator, a USB connection, a power jack, an ICSP header, and a reset button. It contains everything needed to support the microcontroller. Simply connect it to a computer with a USB cable or power it with a AC to DC adapter of or battery to get started. The Mega is compatible with most shields designed for the Arduino, Dumino or Dicey Mila. The Mega 2560 is a update to the Arduino Mega, which it replaces. Schematic reference design pin mapping. Operate voltage 5 volt. Input voltage recommended 7 to 12 volt. Input voltage limits 6 to 20 volts. Digital I/O pins 54, or of which 14 provide PWM output. Analog input pins 16. DC current per I/O pin 40 milliampere. DC current for 3.3 volt pin 50 microampere, and flash memory 256 KB, of which 8 KB used by bootloader. SRAM 8 KB, double EPROM 4 KB, clock speed 16 megahertz. And discuss about our power. The Arduino Mega can be powered via the USB connection or with an external power supply. The power source is selected automatically. External non-USB power can come either from an AC to DC adapter wall, watt, or battery. The adapter can be connected by plugging a 2.1 center positive plug into the board's power jack. Leads from a battery can be inserted in the GND and V in pin headers of the power connector. The board can operate on a external supply of 6 to 20 volts. If supplied with less than 7 volt, however, the 5 volt may supply less than 5 volts and the board may be unstable. If using more than 12 volt, the voltage regulator may overhead and damage the board. The recommended range in is 7 to 12 volts. Okay, uh, you can see on the board. Yes, be connected to power supply for the power bank. Yes, that is a power bank and connected to USB with Arduino Mega. Okay. Yes, that is connected to power bank and you can see that is green LED and yellow LED. Okay. So you know that is a type B USB controller connector and that is 8 mega 2560. This DC jack and yes, this is power supply. That's power supply pins. You can see, yes, 3.3 volt, 5 volt and GND or VN. Okay. Analog input pins. Analog input pins A0 to A15. Okay. So you can see, count the analog input pins A0 to A15. All pins count 16 pins. Analog input pins. Okay, 16 pins. Uh, A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, to A8, A9, A10, A10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the last one is A15. Okay. Uh, yes. That is digital pins. Okay. All pins digital pin. Digital IO or digital IO. ICP and communication pins. Okay, that is pin is communication pins. Digital pins, uh, 13 to 0, 0 to 30, and digital pin 20 22 to 52, and that is digital pin. What digital pin with communication pins? 14 TX3, 15 RX3, 16 TX2, 17 RX2, 18 TX1, 19 RX1, 20 SOA, or 21 SCL. Okay, so that is called communication pins. Okay, and that is a reset button. Okay, that is reset button. The Mega 2560 differs from all preceding boards in that it does not use the FTDI USB to serial driver chip. Instead, it features the Atmega 16 U2, Atmega 8 U2 in the revision first and revision 2 boards, programmed as a USB to serial converter of the Mega 2560 board has a register pulling the 8U2 HWB line to ground, making it easier to put into DFU mode. Of the board has the following new features: 1.0 pin out, added HDA and SCL pins that are near to the AREF pin, and two other new pins places near to reset pin. The IO REF that allow the shields to adapt to the voltage provided from the board. In future, shields will be compatible both with the board that use the AVR, which operate with 5 volt, and with the Arduino Duo that operate with 3.3 volt. Okay, 3.3 volt. You can see, yes, that is 3.3 volt, that is 5 volt. Okay, the second one is a not connected pin that is reserved for future purposes. Stronger reset circuit at Mega 16 U2 replace with 8 U2. The power pins are as follows: V in, that is B in pin. Okay, that is B in pin. The input voltage to the Arduino board when it's using an external power source as opposed to 5 volts from the USB connection or other regular power source, you can supply voltage through this pin, or if supplying voltage via the power jack accesses it through this pin. And next pin, 5 volt pin. Okay, that is 5 volt pin. Okay, the A regulated power supply used to power the microcontroller and other components on the board. This can come either from V in 3v3, 3v3, I mean 3.3 volt, 3.3 volt pin. Okay, yes, 3.3 volt. 3.3 volt supply generated by the on-board regulator. Maximum current draw is 50 milliampere. GND ground pins, uh, that is double GND ground pin, and that is ground pin. Okay, memory. The 8 mega. Okay, yes. The 8 mega 2560 has 256 KB of flash memory of storing code, of which 8 KB is used for the bootloader. 8 KB of SRMA and SRAM, and 4 KB of double EPROM, which can be read the written with the double EPROM library. Input and output. Input and output. Each of the 54 digital pins. 54 digital pin. Yes. Start 0 to 13 and 14 to 21. Okay. And 22 the 50 52. Okay, so you can see 54 digital pins on the mega can be used as an input or output using pin mode, digital write and digital read functions. They operate at 5 volts each. Pin can provide or receive a maximum of 40 microampere and has an internal pull-up resistor disconnected by default of 20 to 50 kilo ohms. In addition, some pins have specialized functions. Serial, okay, we discuss for serial RX, 0 RX and 1 TX, 0 RX and 1 TX. Okay, 0 RX and 1 TX pin. Yes. Serial 1 19 RX and 18 TX, serial 2 17 RX and 16 TX. Okay, you can see. Yes. Yes. 15 RX and 14 TX used to receive RX and transmit TX double TL serial data. Pins 0 and 1 are also connected to the corresponding pins of the 8 mega 16U2. USB to TTL serial chip and external interrupts 2. Interrupts 0, 3, interrupts 1, 18, interrupts 5, 19, interrupts 4, 20, interrupts 3, and 21, interrupts 2. These pins, these These pins SP50, MISO 51, MOSI 52, SCK 53 SS. These pins support SPI communication using the SPI library. The SPI pins are also broken, but on the ICSP header, which is physically compatible with the UNO, Dumilio and Daimila. We discuss about of communication. The Arduino Mega 2560 has a number of facilities for communicating with the computer and other Arduino or their microcontroller. The ATmega 2560 provided for hardware UARTs for the TTL 5-volt serial communication and ATmega 16U2 ATmega 8U2 on the revision and first and revision 2 boards on the board channels. One of these over USB and provides a virtual COM port of software on the computer. Windows machines will need a info file what OS X and Linux machines will organize the board as a COM port automatically. And about programming, the Arduino Mega can be programmed with the Arduino software. Download for the details. See the refresh and tutorials. The ATmega 2560 on Arduino Mega comes pre-burned with a boot loader that allow you to upload new code to the without the use of an external hardware programmer. Thank you very much.